Good morning to everyone. I'm Dr. Firdaus.
Morning.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about a lot of things. It all depends on the questions. So today is going to be the Q&A session. So Q&A sessions is going to be any questions pertaining to referring to DXN. Okay, so you may ask questions on the business, you may ask questions on the coffee, health, or anything which is DXN, or you can ask any questions like products, referring to products, what to give, what not to give. All right, so there is not many people today, so it will be much better, so we can have a lot of discussion in a smaller group. Okay, so we only have around 8, maybe another few is coming later. All right, let's go to the Q&A session. So and there is one question on the chat board which is referring to some cancer issues. Okay, let's read about it. Okay, hi, my mother was diagnosed for esophagus cancer, stage 3, underwent esophagostomy, gastric pull-through, surgery 2 times, chemotherapy 5 cycles, 9 cycles, oncology told markers are not good for immunotherapy, now develop full lungs, chest and metastasis. And can anything do prolong her life? Okay, can B36, I don't know what is your name. Could you just unmute and talk with me? I need to get some extra informations so that I will be able to guide you. Okay, can you please unmute yourself?
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. You're there, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm very much there. So I've been waiting for your this is since 5:45.
I can't really hear you. Your voice is like,
Yeah. Yes, sir. I've been waiting for this session from past half an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, one of my actually colleague, so he introduced me, to this. He asked me to join this session also. Actually, I'm a doctor. I'm a physician by profession.
Okay.
I'm working in Bangalore. And 2 years back, my mother developed esophageal cancer, sir. Stage 3, it was diagnosed with.
Okay.
With mediastinal metastasis. And immediately we gave adjuvant chemotherapy, concurrent chemotherapy, and radiotherapy.
Okay, what I wanted to know is, how old is your mom?
So she's 67 years old, sir.
67. What is the condition now? What is the weight?
So weight is 58 kg, sir.
58 kg.
Yeah.
She can take oral food now, no problem, or she's with any tube or anything like that?
No, sir. So with that gastric pull-through surgery, that is gastric stomach, they have removed and it is made into a tube-like structure, and they have anastomosed with the upper part of the esophagus. And her stomach capacity is come down drastically. Maximum she can take her stomach capacity is 200 ml water.
Oh, she's on gastro tube?
No.
Oral food, normal?
Oral food.
Okay, okay. What are the food you're all giving now?
So all what we take usually, everything we are giving, sir.
Okay. Have you given anything from DXN?
So no, sir. This is the first time I'm hearing your class. So one of my friends actually introduced me this thing.
Where are you based, or your mom?
So we're from Bangalore, sir.
Bangalore?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, whatever she's taking from the hospital is okay, but you already taken a couple of chemos. Okay, it is okay, but then I think don't continue any chemo further. Okay, because this chemo, which is not really going to help her, but you may consider immunotherapy if you want to, but that is better than the chemo. But what we are doing here, we are doing the natural chemo immunotherapy, okay, in DXN. So this is, we boost up the immune system, anything which boosts the immune system, and this is what it calls immunotherapy. Okay, that's the name for that. So what I will suggest for your mom, so if you're giving any milk, okay, please stop that milk first. Okay, if the hospital has given you any sort of milk or healthy milk or for any purpose, please stop the milk. That's one. Second, if she's taking any sugar, extra sugar is added into a food, that also advisable to avoid. Whatever sugar comes naturally from the fruit or from the food, that is okay, no problem. And then comes to flour-based food, anything which is highly inflammatory, such as bread, chapati, corn flour, and this kind of flours, all that you should stop. What can you give your mom? Give rice, give meat is okay. If you're a vegetarian, also is fine. If you're a vegetarian, take a lot of oil, which is like coconut based. Anything, use a lot of coconut in your food. Okay, that is very, very important, because if they are a vegetarian or non-veg, even now the non-veggies are missing. The biggest portion of the food you're missing is good quality fat. We need good fat. Okay, this is what will give you all the omega and a lot of things there. So coconut is good. Since you are in Bangalore, get homemade ghee. Homemade ghee is very, very important for her, so that will be very good. That comes from the food. Okay, so don't give anything which is complicated, like, you know, almond, all these peanuts, nuts, and all this. You shouldn't be giving all that. But no doubt there's a lot of nuts and beans is good for cancer, and this is what a lot of writes up says. Because nowadays you see there are too many informations. In my practice, in my experience, and all this I find which is not really efficient for cancer. Okay, that's why people are pretty confused with so many things. And what you can give from DXN, you need to give her a mega dose. Okay, what she needs the most here is, start her with any coffee. If she's a coffee lover, start her with some coffee. The coffee will really help her on the cancer issues, on the immune systems. All the DXN coffees is very good. Whatever available in Bangalore, you can give, no problem. Okay. Then started with RG, GL, spirulina, and morinzi. These four items you can get in Bangalore, in India. So get the right stockies, and then from there you may, start your mom with this. Mr. Nemi is not here. Okay, you can contact any of your members or distributors, who guided you or brought you to DXN. So what are the dose you're going to give is, if you are going to give capsules, and you please give at least 10, 10, 10, 30 capsules of RG, 30 capsules of GL, and 30 spirulina, they have powder now, are about 4 scoops of powder, mix it with morinzi. The reason why you need to give 30 capsules is because this mushroom is Ganoderma. Ganoderma is a king of herb. This king of herb is extremely powerful in boosting the immune system. You see, there is 2 reasons why we get sick. One main reason is toxin accumulation over the years. How careful we are when it comes to food. You may be a vegetarian or you may be a non-vegetarian, it doesn't matter. Toxin comes in many ways into our system. Cholesterol, atherosclerosis, and every form in different forms in different name, which is accumulated in the system. And this cholesterol is what is really compressing the immune system and compressing the entire system, and also overloading every organ, so that the organ is overworked. This is the issue here we are facing. Okay, and you see, the another thing here is, another area where we need to cover is nutritional need for the body. Okay, we are having extremely low nutritional value, okay, in the food we are eating. Malnutrition is the biggest problem. Doesn't mean that everyone is eating. Doesn't mean the affordable people who are eating and very obese, and that is also caused malnutrition. Non-nutritional food make people fat. There's too much of carbohydrates, and only sugar is there. There is no nutrition. The food may look nourished, good and all. People sometimes ask questions. I eat 4 meals per day. I eat 3 meals per day. How, doctor? Do you think I'm malnutrition? Yes. Okay. Malnutrition is another area you can never fix now. The current issue in 2021, every single human being are going through malnutrition. Okay, this is the problem. And this is one of the major issues. So there's two issues we need to understand and attend to, which is toxin accumulation in the human system and malnutrition, another area. So these are the two areas we are working on. So in how Gynoderma is going to help is, you see Gynoderma, RG and GL, the RG is Rishi Gano. We call it Rishi Gano. This Rishi Gano is 3 months old mushroom, and the GL is 14 days mushroom. This is the root and it is a mycelium. So the body of the mushroom, which is the RG, removes toxins from the entire human system until to the cellular level. And this mycelium, the GL, it is the root of the mushroom. The mycelium is extremely powerful and which contains very high organic germanium, adenosine, and there are many different types of nutrition. Is very, very important and highly immune modulator powered stuffs which is contained there. Okay, so in medical field we use a lot of adenosine and treponins, and all this is in mushroom, in this mushroom, okay, in natural form. And DXN's mushrooms is very high quality, and it comes without toxins, without chemicals. There's no artificial preparing, and the way how they separate the pores from the mushroom, this is the only technology that DXN has, because the technology is found by Dr. Lim by himself. So we don't have to worry about the quality and the way how they handle that. That is really, really extremely well, because this is a 29 years company established in more than 230 over countries. How is that possible? And all the Europe continents and the countries which very difficult to get approval, we have the products there. That shows that the quality is there. Okay, that's why I'm telling you this. So the RG and GL does this. It removes the toxin and it enhances the immune system. It protects every single cell. The spirulina, you need 30 capsules and even more sometimes. And this, what it does is it gives you a complete nutrition. Okay, whatever nutrition you need, minerals, all calciums, this, that, blah, blah stuffs, everything is there. And this is classified as superfood. Okay, there's only one product or one food, you know, from the universe which can be classified as superfood is spirulina. Okay, you can go and Google on this and the benefit on this, and a lot of research papers are also which related to spirulina with cancer and all. Okay, don't take things for granted. Don't ask people around because they are not you know, having enough knowledge on this, and even doctors are not really aware of all these products and all. They may give you wrong information. There are a lot of information that's claiming that spirulina is not good for kidney patients, spirulina is not good for cancer patients and all. All this is a myth and it is total rubbish. The spirulina is needed for every single human being. Why? It is food category. And this product is extremely food category. This is a superfood, we can call it, or we even can call it as highly therapeutic food. Okay, this is not even a supplement, it is a food. So this is extremely highly recommended for your mom, and definitely you'll see her improving. Okay, if she can really take oral food, this will be the best. Don't you know, waste much time. Start on the products immediately. If you are a bit reluctant to start on 30, you can start on a very small dosage. In 1 week, you catch up with this mega dose. 30 capsules of RG, 30 capsules of GL, and 30 capsules of spirulina. This is very important. This is a daily dose, and 1 bottle of Morinzi per day. Okay, the small bottle. If it is a big bottle, 700 ml, which they have in India, So you may, take it for 3.5 days or 4 days or a week, that I think 4 days will be just nice for 700 ml. All right. So this is what is really needed for your mom, because this will work on the immune system and it boosts up your immune system, and your mom will see a lot of good results. Okay. So I also will put my phone number or email in the chat pod. You can communicate with me since you need a lot of clarification on uh, cancer issues. Okay, that's my number there. So anything you can okay. Can you please WhatsApp me? Malaysia is code 6. Okay, so I will message you the dosage in details. All right. So any more questions here we have? Any sharing? Yeah, this one sounds very good.
Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning. Good morning.
Doctor, can we have some sessions on, I put the question there on the chat box.
Okay.
I wanted to suggest that we have some sessions on all the, because apart from Ganoderma, which everyone knows,
Yeah.
can we have also sessions on the other mushrooms that are available in DXN?
Okay.
Like in our morning Zoom, I found out that even many people still, our own members don't know about certain mushrooms like agaricus and all that, you see.
Okay.
So
okay.
it would be good if we can just run through the various mushrooms, their strength especially. We want to know, like, what's main strength of lion's mane or the cordyceps, or the shiitake.
Okay. Okay.
So I think apart from the knowing about the king of herbs, we want to know also a little bit more about the various other ones.
Okay.
And if we can have sessions on that, that'll be wonderful. And the other thing I was suggesting was a lot of friends they are having so much of inflammation in their bodies,
Yes. Yes. Very true.
and also they face problems like insulin resistance.
Resistant. Yes.
And we know that all these are related to lifestyle changes. So they're all asking questions of, okay, what to take in DXN to correct this problem. So I think there's not enough information on why these are being caused. And of course, DXN has got a lot of good stuff that can, alleviate all these issues. But you keep on adding it on the other side, it's not going to go away,
Okay.
and very hard to progress. We are reaching like a plateau,
All right.
We know what to do, okay, but we're not getting any better because we don't know how to arrest because as you said, there's such a flood of information and misinformation and,
Yes.
and people who are also, doctors also, they are going on YouTube and saying things which shows clearly that they are rather outdated and they haven't read up on what's happened the last 5 years, So many
Yes.
things have happened last 5 years. And most doctors, they are in training for 5 years before they graduate to be a doctor. So looks like the minute they come out, they're outdated already.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
and also the medical faculties also don't seem to be keeping up with what is happening
Yes.
in the field. So we need to get all this, to be a bit more vigilant and know how to verify and know what they're talking about. Anybody is talking about cholesterol, they're the old school already, because it has been debunked so well, and they've said that, shown us that now the current research has shown that fat is, the good fats are so good. But now all the fats are demonized. People are terrified of cholesterol. So if we can have some clear, guidance on these and revealing the latest research and, giving us the knowledge to know how to look at these things in the correct perspective. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a great point highlighted here. Okay. One point is that they need a lot of information, good information on all the other mushrooms that in DXN what we have. Okay, that is very good. We will work on that. But today we'll also may share with some mushrooms that, hands-on now itself. And also another thing is people practically are drowned with a lot of information. You see, yes, very true. Also, a lot of doctors are very not upkept with the information and things what is really going on. But not all, but there are quite a number of doctors who are really updated with what is happening, because things moving extremely fast. A lot of findings is coming, a lot of research is going on, and we need to, update, have to be updated, our knowledge on these areas. Okay. Especially on the food and nutritional issues. Okay. So that's why I always give an example, very simple way how, if you really don't have time and you don't know what to do. Okay. The best guidance is our great grandfathers, mothers, they are the best. Okay. Our ancestors was doing the best and they lived a very good life. Why? Because a lot of complicated things was not there. And now you see, if people ask me question, okay, doctor, can I take almond? My question is very simple. Did your grandfather took almond? If your grandfather took almond, then it has to be good. No, our great grandfathers never take almond. They never go on nuts at all. Very, very limited choice they have those days. And what they had those days, that was the real food. So leave science one side. Okay, if you really remember what did your great grandfathers did, and that is the best. Then comes to the oil. People have abundance of oil now. Very, very confusing. What oil to buy, what oil to do, this and that. If you want to fry anything, all the oils are bad. Okay. Frying item is really highly carcinogenic. So don't find a oil which can support your frying technique. That is not really a good idea. So keep that low. Okay. If you want to eat fried items, keep it at least 10% of your meal, or 20% of your whole meal. Keep it as low as much as you can. You see, by grilling will be much better. Okay. So these kind of things. When it comes to oil, the best oil is coconut oil, undebatable. There's only two oils which is really, really good and extremely health benefit. One is coconut oil. The second one is ghee. And only these two is, but there are a lot of research papers out there based on carotene oil, this oil, that oil, and a lot of seeds and this and that. Everything is highly toxin, highly inflammation causing stuff. You see, oxalate is another big issue area that nobody talks about. Oxalate is in vegetables, in broccoli, almond. You see, people are eating. You can eat one almond. If you take one almond, it will a little benefit. Okay. You cannot go and eat almond in chunks because it is good. But those days, how we take almond? Hardly I see almond when I was a kid. They only buy a few almond to put in their cakes or some kind of special dishes. Okay, they would become, we cannot get, they will count and keep on the table, and then they will fry it a bit like that, and then they will pound it or do something for the recipe purpose. Okay, but nowadays almond is good, they know, then people are doing almond yogurt, almond milk, everything is almond, almond. And a lot of people are on grains, multi-grains, and this kind of breakfast. And this is the horrible breakfast, very, very unhealthy. Quaker oats. All this is highly inflammatory food and cannot be digested. So this is what people are eating now. Okay, a couple of days back, I was talking with my friend. He said he's on diet. Only people who do not know how to eat, they'll go on diet. And he's on diet, and what he takes, Quaker oats. And that's
full of gluten.
Yeah, full of gluten, full of lot of stuffs in there which people really don't know. Go back to those old days food. That will be the 80% of your meal, and then another 20% you can eat anything that you for happiness, for holidays and all. Always remember, being healthy is actually quite simple, okay, and very easy. But the thing is, you have to be vigilant. You have to be very careful what comes on your plate. You see, like today, I met a very old friend. 10 years I didn't meet him. When I meet him today, he said, "Doctor, when I saw you before and now you are more younger." I said, "I am transforming myself as an health and wellness coach. Okay, so I'm transforming everything reverse. So I have to be an example." Okay, he said, "Last time you fat, and now you lost weight. You looks really, really young now." And then we are going. The appointments is for lunch, and then we had lunch. I had biryani. Okay, and he had biryani with some mutton and 2 glass of 1 apple juice, 1 brew coffee, and 1 naan. And he's a diabetic, he's on insulin. And how this kind of food can help people. And what I add is only biryani and yogurt and rasam. That's it I add. No drinks at all. Then he asked me, "Why you are not drinking, doctor?" I said, "You eat or you drink, either one. So you can't do both at the time, because you've got to understand how the human system work, not the immune system, human system work. We are the human, and but we do not know how our system work, where the food goes, and why do you are hungry, why do you have to eat, why do you have to chew, what is the pancreas doing, liver doing, gallbladder doing, spleen, stomach, and all. They're very, very ignorant, and you are not vigilant at all. How can you attract wellness? That is impossible. This is our responsibility. This is our gift from the God as a human system. This is the most magnifying system on earth. That this is something that we have to take care. This is the biggest sin if you damage your system. You see, then he told me, okay, I will come and see you, doctor. Looks like I have to change. And then also he was telling me, if I'm going to do all this, my life gone. I said, if you want to enjoy your life now and later you want to die in miserable, choice is yours. When you are 80, you're in a 70, definitely we're going to come to that extent. Nobody says, "No, I'm not going to age up. I only will remain 750 or 40 forever." No, we will hit the bucket. So when we hit the bucket, how strong you are. Are you really going to be happy at that point of time? Every one of us, we are born as a small little one in 1.5 to 2 kg. And then we grown up such a big human now, which is almost about 50 to 60, 70 kg. And we are aging up every single day, every moment, every second we are aging up. So just close your eyes for a moment and think how and what you're going to do when you reach 70, 75 or 80. Today, one uncle called me and he said, he's a very busy person. He was a very good person, very busy person. And he lost his one food due to diabetic, and another leg, there is still one leg with him, and that leg, there is no 5 toes. And he is around 60 something. And is this a life he wants? And he's a very busy person, very influenced man, and he does a lot of things, going out, meeting people and all. Now he can't do anything. And this age, is this how we going to be? That is the question. Or you want to be very active, good, happy at that point of time. So what is health? You see, in life, when we synchronize the whole thing, there is only 2 things happens every day. One is happiness. Another one is sad. So either you will be happy or be sad. And only these 2 things, it comes with us when we die. The happiness you had, the good memories you had, and the sad things which you had. So give the best to your children, to your wife, to your loved ones, and everyone. Give them the best. So this is really important, because and spend a lot of time laughing, giggling, making jokes with your friends. Okay, and all this gives you happiness. And please take care of yourself. Okay, for ourselves, our body. Okay, and this is most important, because this is health. That's why we are discussing and we're talking a lot of things about health. You see, if today we're going to run a movie or some kind of stuff, the participants will be pretty much. But today we only have about 15, Okay, it doesn't matter. This is the best 15 people who really concerned about their health. You see, health is something, and our journey is only once. Please make sure it really go through smooth and we are happy. When we die and we leave this universe, we have to be happy. And there's nothing, all this money what we earn is not going to come with us. The happiness what you had, the enjoyment what you had, that comes. But that has to be measurable in good manner. If some people will define their happiness sitting in the pub, having a lot of alcohol, and then after finish they go and have bakute, and this is also happiness for them. But end of the day, when we die, what is the quality of life is going to be? That is the question. You see, when this uncle called me, he said, doctor, I need some coffee. Can you help me? I cannot go out. This is what happened to me. You see, what to do? Because they never take care of the leg, the diabetic, when there was a leg. But now it's too late. Gangrene starts to, inflammation and all. You see, inflammation is one major issue. I tell you briefly how you get inflammation. Okay. When you are healthy, so-called healthy, people's definition of health is present, no disease. Absence of disease is healthy for them. Okay, put it that way. When so-called you are healthy, when you are young, you're taking too much of carbohydrates. Okay, flour-based, sugar-based, all this is carbo. And this carbo will be converted to sugar. And when you have too much sugar going into your system, after a certain period of time, the body will declare and be insulin resistant. When you're going to have insulin resistant, it's going to be the major problem. When you have insulin resistant, so that shows you have a lot of sugar in your body, and your body is not releasing the insulin. And this is not a disease. This is a defending mechanism, because every single sugar goes into your system, and where the sugar is going to be kept as glycogen. Okay, the body can only store 100 grams of sugar in the liver. Okay, that is extra. But what we are eating is from morning to night, and just name it. Okay, and lot of fat, good, these sugary stuffs are going in. So all these will be excess. But for the beginning, the body will manage. And when there's too much of sugars goes and flooding into your tissues, and this will be declared as, excess. So the body has to throw all this out and has to stop from prolonging the inflammation. So what will happen is the body will declare insulin resistant. There's no insulin will be given to the glucose to enter into the cell. So all the excess glucose has to leave your system. And that is where you will have a lot of thirst and you need to drink a lot of water and urinate. But people have a lot of problem in this. They will go to a doctor and tell, this is the sign and symptoms, and you will be declared as a diabetic. What is the complication when the insulin resistance declared? When the insulin resistance comes in, you will start to have inflammation on. All the cells will get damaged. That's one. Second, your cholesterol will start to spike up. The HDL, LDL, and your TG will go haywire. Second, the third, your body will retain salt. Okay, it will start to store salt. Okay, retain salt. And if you are a person who eats a lot of junk food based on extra salt, and here and there, like kacang putih, fried stuffs and all, and this is high salt intake, quantity of meals, your body will retain salt. When you start to retain salt, you will start to retain water. And then this water will not circulate. When you're already coming into this condition, you already have very poor microbiome. Your GI tract is extensively damaged. Then only you come to this condition where you have all this resistant issue. See? So the first thing, you damage your gut, but you do not know all this. All this will be happening inside, internally. But when it explodes, then it's too late. Okay, so then the salt will retain, water will be retained, and then you will start to have puffy legs, edema, and all these issues will come. And then you will start to have bronchus issue. Why? Because your GI tract is gone. GI tract is the water regulator. It needs to absorb the nutrition and regulates the water. And the liver, the lungs is what stores the water. And that also will be flooded. And if your immune system is very low, you are highly prone for all these kind of lungs issues, pneumonia, bronchus, asthma, COVID, and all these things will come. So you want to go, suddenly you get into an attack. If your lung can't really perform, and then that's going to have low oxygen level, and then all the immune system will start to drop. You see, one clicks another, one clicks another. It goes on like that. So how DXN is going to help? See, inflammation is due to toxin. Water retaining is toxin. Salt retain is toxin. TG, HDL, LDL spiking up and all these things going haywire is also toxin. So toxin is the major issue here we are talking. If you were to summarize the entire problem, okay? We don't want to complicate things with names and all. Leave that to doctors. So you get into toxin issues. When your system is overloaded with toxin and it cannot move, it gets jammed up and is pushing all the organs to overwork. So it cannot go through. Maybe for 1 day, 2 days, yes. If you're doing an OT, if you're doing a lot of work, yes, for 2 to 3 days, yes. After that, you need to recover from that duty. So this is where the DXN comes in, rejuvenate your entire system. DXN products not here to remove or to make you healthy in a way like fixing your disease directly. It doesn't fix cancer. It doesn't fix, asthma or diabetic or anything, but it cleans the human system. It cleans everything. So all these toxins will be removed from our system, and it will clean the liver, clean the stomach, regrow back all the microbiome in the colon. Then once all this is done, In 6 months to 1 year, your body will regain back the immunity and it will be back normal. And then once your system is good, the disease have to leave your system. So always remember, inflammation is the great issue here, and insulin resistant. Many people out there are insulin resistant. Okay, and this is big problem. Okay, we have one question, if I'm not mistaken. See, this is the big issues. So there is where the DXN products is a product and it's a food which is going to help us to put the proper nutrition on our plate. You see, we are eating, people are eating, overeating, wrong type, wrong timing, wrong method, yet they want to be healthy. They want to be young, and that will never happen. Please explain how DXN coffee is different from other coffee available in the market. Okay, you see, DXN coffees, there's one question from Nature Walk. I don't know this name, no name here. Please put your name in the chat box, please. Okay, so what is the difference with commercial coffee out there in the DXN coffees? Okay, coffee is generally extremely healthy. Caffeine has a high therapeutic effect. A lot of hospitals, medications in allopathy, we are using coffee. Rajendra, Bangalore. Okay, Rajendra. So, yeah, you're welcome. So this coffee, caffeine is medicinal, highly therapeutic value effect. Okay, caffeine is good. But the problem is our caffeines now in the market out there, all the coffees is highly tempered and it has a lot of coloring, preservative, flavoring, and with chicory. Chicory is something which is added to make the coffee more, and the quality of the coffee is depleting now. So this is the difference. Okay, the commercial coffees out there and the caffeines are not quality caffeines, and they have a lot of coloring, too much of color, mixing all kind of stuff. That is one. Second, it is chemicalized. Okay, third, they are putting dairy creamers into it. Dairy creamers, milk is very bad for health because it's highly acidity. And now the current quality of milk is extremely harmonized, chemical, and a lot of stuff there. Okay. And the sugar they are adding in not a good quality sugar, and everything is cream based, syrup based kind of stuff, not natural. This is the problem. Okay, and very high into addiction kind of stuffs they are adding in there, so that the people will go back and buy this in very high sugar. So in DXN coffee, the difference is our caffeine is low, 0.06. Caffeine is lower. We are using non-dairy creamer, which is palm oil creamer, which comes with good fat. Sugar is low, and we also have without sugar and with sugar. And we have the Ganoderma. The Ganoderma is an immune modulator, and it also works as general modulator. And whatever it's need to be clean, need to remove from your body, need to be reduced, it will reduce. What needs to be increased, it will increase back as a modulating back the entire process. That is where the Ganoderma. That's why our coffees is added with all the therapeutic, highly medicinal graded mushroom, such as cordyceps, Ganoderma, lion's mane, and also Tunkadali, okay, and ginseng. We have coffees in this range, okay. So all the coffees are the same, and you may pick a coffee from DXN based on your preference. So this is a healthy coffee. So there, you see, the second most consumable drink next to water is coffee. Everyone loves a cup of coffee early morning, at least 2 to 3. There are some people go up to 5 to 6, and like me, I go up to 8 to 10 to 12 per day. Okay, But like today is a pretty high because I went for my workout, starting a new transformation into the body. You'll see something different in 3 months, that's for sure. So coffee intake is going to spike up now. Why? Because coffee is the fat burner. It's going to release good hormones, testosterone. Okay, and a lot of things will happen when you take coffee. Okay, while I was in the center doing Muay Thai and gym, also 4 coffees been used at that point of time. Morning breakfast already 2, and now is 2, so lost count today. Okay, so that good is coffee, but the problem is people are taking the wrong coffee. Wrong coffee. This is the problem. And sometimes you ask people, they will say, no, I stopped coffee. Why? I'm working on losing weight. My gastric is very bad. And I have reflux problem. Yes, all this makes unhealthy because you have chosen the wrong coffee. Those days, we all drank coffee. When we are on the estate, when we are very young, we only had coffee. We never had all these caramel coffees. We never had these, funny coffees. Only one is black coffee, and they will make in a big pot and they'll leave it there, and we will keep drinking. And even we go anywhere else, we will get teh o or coffee kosong. Okay, plain coffee, black coffee. And most of the time it comes without sugar. All right. So the big to the small ones were drinking coffee. But now the choice is very, very big choice. We can make a lot of choices because we have multi-taste, different coffee. So this is the problem. Why? When you have too many things, you will pick up something, or looks different, this looks different, this looks nice, then you'll take this. And these coffees cause you inflammation, the coffee out there. I'm not a coffee person, but I fall in love with coffee for the past 7 years because of DXN coffees. Now I'm drinking a lot of coffees and doing a lot of research on coffees, a lot of studies on coffees. Coffees is the best. Anybody wants to live healthier, go for 10 cups per day. And especially DXN coffees is lower caffeine. Even you should be drinking more than 10, but 10 I think is good enough. Okay. All right. So this is the difference with the commercial coffees and DXN coffees. It's totally different. Okay. We have very high therapeutic effect on our coffee. It's a very healthy coffee, and it gives you a lot of good benefits there. Okay, so everyone can drink coffee, from the little ones, the reflux people who have gastric issues, migraine, they must take DXN, cordyceps coffees and all. You see, people have, nowadays headache is very common. Everyone have a headache. The real good healthy person will not have headache more than 3 times a year. Remember that. Only 3 times a year. And this is healthy. Okay. And these people who nowadays you say monthly, weekly, and even there is a lot of people daily. Okay. Daily headache. I don't know. I don't know how to manage this. You see, when you have headache, this shows you are having very bad GI tract, gastrointestine issues. Okay, your whole from your throat up to the bottom, you have problem. Why? Because you are taking inflammatory food, acidic food, inflammatory food, and this will the first step to open the door for inflammation. And then comes insulin resistance, and then keep collecting everything. And then practically at the age of 40 or 50, you will be full blown with a lot of multiple disease. The common is hypertension and diabetic. Okay, diabetic is first, second, definitely you will be hypertension. Whoever have insulin resistant, you will have hypertension. Okay, so this is the areas. Okay, any more questions on any areas? Okay, there is one question they asked, Shell asked me on Ganjan Plus. Okay, Ganjan Plus is another mushroom, and this mushroom, it works for muscle. It's very good for muscle. Okay, especially for cramps, all this. okay, for people who are having back pain and all, okay. So this kind of anything related to muscle, because it contains of like magnesium, selenium, and these are the groups of vitamins contains in there, in that mushroom. That is good. You see, in DXN we have quite a number of mushrooms. Okay, people practically go lost, or either you may be asking, so do I have to take all? Not really. Okay, you can switch. Okay, but the most important one you need to take is Ganoderma. Okay, that make it regular every day, RGGL. Okay, the rest you can take this month, you take this, second month you take that, and then you keep switching, jumping to one different one. What I do, I have all these mushrooms with me, but I will never take them in a daily basis. Okay, I will take like 2 days once, this, and another 2 days once, a different mushroom. I will add cordyceps, like 2 or 3 days once cordyceps. Lion's mane will be there, like 2-3 days once, like that. I'll go, not certain. Okay, so I may even skip for a week, and then sometimes rushing. Sometimes when I'm at home, I might just sprinkle a little bit on my food, on my yogurt. You can integrate with your food. That will be the best. That will be very, very good. You can put into your coffee. Okay. Another tips is when you make your coffee, do not make it very, very boiling hot water. That always depletes the quality of your coffee. So when you take the hot coffee, whatever extent that you can drink, just maintain with that. Maybe 50 or 60 Celsius of hot boiling. You don't have to boil it for a few minutes and then mix your coffee, and that will damage the value of the coffee. Okay. So any more questions? Shall, do you have any question to ask?
Yes, doctor, if I may.
Yeah.
Talking about this inflammation,
Mm-hmm.
I notice also people are not really conscious of what is happening in their
Around.
body.
Yeah.
People are not like very conscious of what's happening in their body. They think something is going wrong, but they're not seeing like what is causing it, and then trying to find a remedy for it, and not understanding the problem. For instance, they'll say, oh, my knees are burning, or my throat is burning, or they know that something is burning. Burning means, yeah, inflammation, isn't it? So what is causing the burning, they're not able to identify. So they just try to find something to, to rectify the burning.
Yes.
Like a medicine, they're trying to look for something in DXN, without realizing that they are causing the burning,
Yes.
So while DXN will help to put out the fire, but you keep on kindling the fire and it's not going to help,
Yes.
Even simple things like, many people say, oh, you cannot sleep without the aircon. Why? Because it feels so hot. Why are you feeling so hot? Maybe because you're not drinking enough water, isn't it?
Yes.
And so the water balance is off already, So the body is telling you, but we try to correct the problem in the wrong way, and then the problem continues, and then we get into all the wrong habits. So we need to talk a bit more about this inflammation, how it manifests. Like, if you don't drink enough water, and the way we drink water also is very important. Some people think I know there are some YouTube recordings which are saying, oh, you must get up only and drink 1-2 liters of water, But our body is, poor body, our body is to be in a kind of a balance,
Yes.
You cannot have too much water at one go. Poor body would be trying to struggle to bring back the balance, the homeostasis is all broken already. So we need to be even taught how to drink the water, and into really sip so that body has enough time to do the, exchange of this thing and maintain the, we're supposed to be 70% water, isn't it?
Yes,
And
yes.
now you suddenly go and drown yourself with 3 liters of water. I know there's some kind of program going on in the market, and say, oh, you must drink 4 liters, a day. Yes, right. It's really practically drowning yourself,
Yeah.
So maybe we need to talk about, okay, all these, like, let's say if you get burning in all your joints, what could be the things that you're doing wrong, So, and then talk about what we can do to correct it, stop the wrong behavior, and then what is the right way to handle it using the right sort of modalities and foods that we have in DXN. If not, most of the time we are just self-sabotaging,
Yes, yes.
Even the being insulin resistant, many people don't understand the concept at all,
Yes.
They don't, I mean, I don't know, maybe we're using too many medical type of words or what, but, we have to say things like, I think, like, when there's too much sugar in your blood becomes sticky and thick,
Yes.
And how is like, it's just like blood is in the blood vessel is just like water in your water hose when you're watering your plants. If something is there, is lot of muddy water going through thick leather, you think it's water going to gush out. No, it's not, isn't it? So our blood also cannot become so thick that how is it going to run around everywhere to nourish all the organs, bring food to the organs, to take away the waste. It's all sumbat already, as they say in Malay. We are blocked here, there, and everywhere. So the correct balance of water intake, the way we drink, so many people, doctor, as we were talking about it, they love to drink water with the food. And that's why they are not even chewing the food. They simply taste it and then drink a big gulp of water and wash it down.
Yes, very true. Very true.
So what is that going to do with the digestion? You don't chew your food, all the enzymes in your mouth, all they are not getting into your food.
Yeah.
So already you sabotage in your mouth already.
Yes.
And then you pour a lot of water, you dilute the whole
the entire enzyme's gone.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
very
stomach,
true, very true.
the hydrochloric acid or whatever is in there for this thing is somehow diluted, So it's all, we actually we're self-sabotaging ourselves. So maybe we can also focus on the ways to drink water and the ways to drink, what do you call it? To eat food, which causes, what the consequences are, kind of like related. People are not relating things properly. They're just looking at all what is manifesting as, oh, this one, Like, I'm so sad to hear about your friend with already one leg gone and the other leg, all the toes gone, and still haven't learned what it is that,
And these are the people on Quaker Oats.
Yeah.
He's
so
a fan of
many
Quaker
people
Oats.
are, taking oats.
He was in
Actually,
DXN.
initially, doctor, the oats was food for the horses,
Yeah. Because all this comes because of laziness. They want to prepare breakfast. They want something quick, fast, and this is what happens. Okay.
Not only, the easiest way is just to have a nice DXN coffee.
Yes.
It's not hard at all.
Yeah.
So many nice ones and very fast can make. And also our coffees are so good. No need to eat so many times,
Yeah.
And we can use the coffees whenever you're hungry, just have a cuppa and that's it. And you can, regulate
put
your
in
do
the-
intermittent fasting and all easily. You don't
Yes.
feel deprived. How
Yeah.
many coffees you take also cannot be bad. You know,
Yes.
so we need to talk about, what we are doing actually daily, or daily lifestyle habits really need to be fine-tuned, I would say.
Fine tune. Yeah.
Mm.
A lot of discipline needed here.
People get scared of this word, discipline.
It is the way of lifestyle, you see. You see, that's why
And
today
life
when
is enjoyable, as you say, always say. You must
today I met
enjoy
my
it,
friend, and these guys are a dog breeder. They deal with dog. I
But
then
we should
asked
not
him
be
one.
eating like dogs, Have
No,
you
no,
seen me? Dogs eating?
dog
Cow,
never
cow.
eat like what we are eating. We are the worst. Animals never do mistakes. Unless the commercialized, domestic pets has been spoiled. That's why I asked him. This. How many types of food do you give your Rottweiler? Very particular. When they're very particular when they feed the animals. If you have a arowana fish at home, you're very careful. After all, if an arowana dies, you can get a replacement. It just costs you money. If human die, there is no replacement.
No, you lose your
But
feet.
what is our food? And you know very well about your dog, your cat, and your fish, and all the pets you have at home. You know what they eat. You cannot overfeed them. You only must give them 1 week once, 2 days once, 3 days, or daily once. But why we are overeating? And that's why I asked him, why we are overeating? And you call this discipline? No, this is not discipline. We have out of the track. We are gone haywire. Now we have to correct and come back to the real life of a human. And this is what will give us the happiness, the end of the journey. It's very, very good. And then you see with DXN is so easy. And this is the best platform. You have the best, nutritional coffee, healthy coffee, everything is there. So you just integrate. If you like something, eat, keep it moderate. And nobody is asking you to stop, but then you stop at certain things, which is extremely acidic, inflammatory, is going to damage your system. You keep that away. And then you do, what is good. Like drinking water 3 liter, 4 liter a day, which is very, very wrong.
Yeah.
You base on your thirst. If you're thirsty, you drink water. If you're not thirsty, don't drink water. If one day you didn't do anything, you're just sitting at home and not doing, maybe you may drink 2 glass or 3 glass. That's it. You may not drink more than that. If you're going in the hot sun, you're doing something, you're really sweating, yes, you may need at least 10 to 15 glass of water, 1 liter, 2 liter. If you are back in Europe, in a cold weather, winter, no, you're not going to drink water. Your body will never have thirst. Only a little bit when you dehydrated, that also you may go on wine and alcohol and something that keep you warm. You see, your body will give you the signal. It's not that, based on some theories, you must drink a lot of water. When in a hospital, we always get people overdrank water cases, toxify themselves. They have lungs problem, bronchus problem, pneumonia, for the elderly. Because why? They heard somewhere in the radio, you must drink 8 glass of water, 2 liter, 3 liter. And these poor old people, the children will give them a big bottle and tell them, okay, Amma, Appa, you must drink this for today. Let's try this water therapy. Early morning, drink 5 glass, 6 glass, 1 big bottle. And this is what they're doing. So your body will give you the signal. If something that you're really thirsty, you drink water. There's nothing wrong. So keep it in that way. If you're hungry, you eat. You're thirsty, you drink. If you're tired, you rest. You're sleepy, you sleep. Then the death will come at the right time. So do things accordingly. So don't overdo it, correct all the do and don'ts. And this is very important. Very important. Okay. You need to know your system. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, and integrate DXN products all the way. Use all the different types of coffee, all the different mushrooms. We will talk about all the different mushrooms on all our product training in one session. We'll add on that. There's a lot of requests on this. In fact, we already cover quite a number of mushrooms. We have done on shiitakes, lion's mane, agaricos, and all. Maybe for a refreshment, we can just, go through again.
Yeah.
Okay. So I
Okay.
guess there's no questions, a lot of good sharings today. There is any questions or any sharing? Dr. Puan, never hear your voice for very long.
Hello, good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
You are rocking in the beauty class, huh?
Yeah,
A lot of live testimonies, fantastic.
thank you.
How's things there in Perth, Australia?
In Melbourne. Yeah, we're going into autumn now.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so beautiful colored leaves.
Yes, this is the best time.
Yeah,
Enjoy,
and
enjoy.
the temperature is like in Cameron Highlands.
Yes. Yeah, Malaysia now is coming Hari Raya.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be fasting month. So everybody will be gearing up to eat.
Oh,
They will make strategy planning, strategy planning to eat. So
I miss the food.
Get up at 5 a.m. and have a feast.
yes.
It's fasting and feasting time.
Hey, that's why I know as much as you have a feast, you must have fasting. But
Yeah, I have actually fasted a few times with my Muslim friends.
okay.
And it's amazing because when I don't know, I think it was to 2019 when I visited my friend at UUM, my Muslim friends, and because they got up in the morning, so I also fasted. It's an amazing experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's really because the entire fasting process will eliminate a lot of toxins out of your system. But if you really do it well, and that's the best time. But 7 o'clock, they're adding back all what they lost. It will be like 10 times more is going in.
Actually, now is the for Christians. This is the Lent period, and this is the time that Christians fast.
Yeah.
Just for 40 days, just
40
like
days.
Ramadan, before Easter. But the thing is, some of these good traditions, they are just dying out because, especially in Malaysia, we are so spoiled for food. And only in the MCO time, we are a bit hard pressed, but
No choice.
yeah. But now, at that time, all these Grab food took off.
Yes. Oh, 300 times their business picked up.
Yeah. So
300.
people are ordering food, day and night, and
yes,
it even made things easier.
more easier.
No need to go out and hunt for food,
Exactly.
Yeah. So we really need to look at, we are not on, we are not going to be facing starvation as such, but the way we eat, like, it's such a big hurry. Like, you don't know when you're going to get your next meal or something. We are not in that mode, actually, especially in Malaysia. Food availability is so good and so cheap. You can still get, in my market, I can still get nasi lemak for RM1.50, Those days, nasi lemak was less than RM1, but now,
Now you still can get for RM1.50 and RM1, yeah.
Yeah. So, and so nicely wrapped in the banana leaf and
Cute.
with a
Cute.
quarter egg and sambal. So wholesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Rice cooked in coconut milk.
No, they even some comes without coconut milk.
Yeah, these are business people, they don't want to spoil their nasi lemak. They say they try to keep the nasi lemak from morning to night, but
Yeah, exactly. Okay, there is one question here. Somebody starts on DXN because it's detoxifies. Is it to recommend take more water? Okay, please advise. Actually, you don't have to overload yourself because of DXN. You're taking enough. You must take a lot of water. But still, this is another issue that a lot of members share. You must say when you start to take this, you drink a lot of water. Actually, you don't do that. So your body will tell you, especially when you're very thirsty. Okay, you will definitely. Thirst is something that you cannot control. Hunger, yes. Thirst is totally different. Okay. You see, we can go without eating for about a month or so, no problem. Okay, because you have 7 different layers of energy in this body. Okay, 7 different layers of energy. And the water is the most important because 70% of the body contains of water. So when you have thirst, you are very thirsty, you cannot control them. You will stop or you will go and find water. In Malaysia, and I believe in so many other countries, water access is easy. Along the road, highway, the public transport, restaurants, small shops, station, we have water. So I normally never, in my experience, being a doctor for more than 25 years, I've never seen anybody that come to hospital because of dehydration. Many comes with lungs issue, this and that, because over drank water. So it is not, I would not say yes for this question. To my opinion, that you need to drink a lot of water. No. Okay, I'm one person, I drink very less water, but I go more on my coffee. You see, my coffee is like 10 cups per day. I can see when you separate the coffee and water, at least I get about 6 cups of coffee, water there. And then maybe at night, 1 or 2, and I take in my, the RG gel spirulina. And sometimes I get thirsty. When I get thirsty, there goes 5, 6 mugs or even like 1 liter I will finish because I'm thirsty. Once I finish drinking that 1 liter, and that's it. I might not need water for the whole day. Even I go for my trekking or hiking, no, I don't bring water. I made a point because one of my trekking in the group, there is one Swedish guy, he is so, he's an elderly person and extremely fit. I've never seen him drinking water. And that's why, I spoke with him, a lot of things we exchanged. At that point of time, I was very unhealthy and I drank his water. Everyone who brought there was donating water to me because, it is just, don't know what is happening, you tends to be so thirsty, when you do this, when you go for hiking. But I changed, the entire things. But now I don't bring water. Even my hiking going to be like 2 hours or 3 hours. No, I'm not going to bring water. And that's another big thing you need to carry around inside the whole trip. So this is how it is. If your system is good, you may not need water. If you're thirsty.
Sometimes, doctor, if I may interrupt,
Yeah.
Sometimes it's because of the breathing, They're not breathing through their nose, they're breathing through their mouth.
Yes.
And that dehydrates us,
Yes, yes.
And so then we feel,
Yeah. So try, your level best to breathe through your nose. That's really helping a lot of people. Now I'm telling a lot of my patients to breathe through nose because there's something that nobody has, taught us, or we have never got this idea why you must breathe through nose and why you cannot breathe through your mouth. Because the reason, and it makes a lot of sense there, because God has created the nose, for that purpose, because it produces nitrate oxide. Nitrate oxide is another immune modulator, immune system. It does a lot of good things, and it keeps you slim, keeps you more beautiful, a lot of things there. You go and Google on nitrate oxide. Okay, so try your best, always, keep reminding your mind, don't breathe through mouth. Breathe through your nose, breathe through your nose, breathe through your nose. Put that into your mind and it will come. And if you can, put a tape on your mouth, and that also helps you a lot. Okay, do everything a little here and there. Indefinitely, every areas we need to cover, because we have to, it's like a very huge boat, and we have a lot of holes there, because we don't know, we are still learning. So when we learn something, you get the information, keep patching up all the holes. Eventually, we can sail far and healthier. Okay. So that is that's all for today, I guess. Yeah, it's almost 10. And we will see you on Monday for the Tamil sessions. So since today we got a lot of good feedbacks from Michelle. And thank you, Dr. Puan. You're really rocking on the beauty class. That's good to see. So thanks for all the participants and the questions. There's nothing on the YouTube. Okay, all right. So, okay, we will call it up today, and then we'll see you on Monday. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, doctor. Thank you very much.
Bye.